This is my arcade. There are many like it, but this one is mine. My arcade is my best friend. It is my life. I must master it as I must master my life. Without me, my arcade is useless. Without my arcade, I am useless. I must play my arcade. I must half circle quicker than my enemy who is trying to beat me. I must fireball him before he fireballs me. I will. What does success look like to you? There are many metrics for success. When I was young, I did not really dream of expensive cars or big houses. I didn't think about fancy clothes. I did not picture living in luxury. But when I was young, my marker for success was that one day I would be able to afford my very own arcade machine, just like the ones I used to play as a kid. In my childhood, there were no emulators, no ROMs. Our home consoles were 8-bit, so if you wanted to experience class, if you wanted sophistication, if you wanted peak gaming, there was nothing sweeter than heading to the arcade on the weekend with the entirety of your pocket money, stacking it on the cabinet, and feeding the last of those 20-cent pieces one by one into your favorite game, just to see if this time, you could make it just a little bit further. So I didn't go to church on Sundays. I worshipped at the arcade altar. But you better believe that finishing one of these games with only $2 in coins would be akin to a holy miracle. One that, for a brief moment, might give this little 7-year-old God-tier status. At least among those who witnessed it. While some people chase the elusive highs of illicit drugs, my arcade provides a rush even more powerful. You see, my drug of choice is nostalgia. And as you get older, it'll take you on a high that nothing else can touch.
Isn't this a school day?
Because when I play my arcade, I'm not just playing some old, outdated 2D games. I'm time traveling back to a simpler age when the world was smaller and less fractured, when the joy you could feel wasn't hampered by the responsibilities of adulthood, when your imagination was big enough to fill in the pieces to those games that technology couldn't, and when just one small, inexpensive silver coin could be exchanged for many moments of pure joy. But while it may not be the genuine article, it's hard not to enjoy the fact that it contains almost every great 2D arcade game in the entirety of gaming history. And not every day, but every now and then, every once in a while, for a few hours, I get to go back. My arcade isn't really an arcade at all. It's a little piece of me, from when I was little, putting little pieces into it. It doesn't have to be an arcade machine, but I hope you have something that brings you back to the joy that you felt as a kid. Reach out, touch it, hold on to it, because no matter how hard life gets, we all need to keep our inner child at play. This is my arcade machine. There are many like it, but this one is mine. We're all looking for what I call cinematic hacks. That being some type of shortcut to making something look more like a movie and less like a broke-ass YouTuber with an A7S III.
I feel very attacked!
The sad truth about making things look cinematic is that it's not any one particular thing that will transform your footage, but a combination of things from lighting, to camera, to production design, to talent, to your own experience and craft and skill set that must all mold into one to become a cinematic image. But that's not what you want to hear. you want the shortcut. And normally I would wax poetic about all of the above, but actually there are some simple tricks that will simply give your image a certain look, a certain feel that is, yes, more cinematic. And one of the biggest hacks I've found are these lenses. The Blazar Remus Anamorphic lens set. Now, I've already done a review on these, but the more I use them, the more I fall in love with them. And honestly, they are like a sprinkling of instant cinema for your projects, as long as you pair them with the right camera. In my case, usually the Blackmagic 6K full frame. Now, I have never used a lens set that instantly gives my images a cinematic look, a feeling, a sense of that elusive movie feels that we're also desperately searching for. And I put together this little short to demonstrate their qualities with my friend and DOP, Adam St. John. But even when testing these in other environments or utilizing them on my own projects, I am just constantly blown away over and over again. Like, wow, they are just so different, so unique. Now, I grew up on cinema of the 70s and 80s at a time when anamorphic shooting was very much in vogue, and I really do feel like these lenses just take you back a little bit in time. I also love how affordable they are, and I know so many high-profile cinematographers using these now. So please don't think these are only good enough for us poors. The truth is, everyone wants a little bit of instant cinema in their work, and this is one of those instant shortcuts to getting it. My personal favorite is, of course, the widest, the 45mm lens, and one of the biggest knocks on these lenses currently is that there is no true wide-angle lens in the set. However, with a 33mm coming hopefully in September, when this lens comes through, this will be the ultimate set. And man, I cannot wait to film with it. Yes, they already released a 35mm, but it's not full frame. So on a full frame camera, it gives you the same field of view as the 45. They also have released an 85mm, but I feel like the 100mm already fulfills this role. Yes, these lenses are soft as hell, but that is part of why you pair them with a sharp-ass digital camera, which is every digital camera in the market these days. I also know that some people complain about the bowing and distortion on the edges of frame, but the truth is, at least for me, that's exactly what makes them look so cool. Should you use them on your corporate gigs? Probably not, unless you've got a corporate client who likes their footage to look cinematic as fuck. But you decide if these lenses fit your workflow and whether they suit your style. But as far as I'm concerned, if you're looking for something to instantly make your footage more interesting, just slap on one of these bad boys and watch the magic happen. You can watch my other video with more footage and testing on these lenses here. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Otherwise, I will disappear from your feed quicker than Thanos can snap his chubby little purple fingers. In fact, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. As always, I am the Savage Filmmaker, and I'll see you when I see you.